Okay, so we've learned how to solve one-step equations. This lesson we have to learn how to solve equations where there's two steps. So for something like this, 3x take 4 equals 11. We've got to try and find the value of x which makes it true. That's what we mean to solve it, isn't it? Now, we're going to use the idea of the scales. What that activity showed you was what you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay? Scales, put 3 marbles on one side, you've got to put 3 marbles on the other side. So likewise, what we do to an equation, what we do to one side, maybe add 3, we've got to do the same to the other side, add 3. So the idea is what we do to one side, we do to the other. But when it comes to two steps, you've got to really make sure you get the order right. You've got to make sure the steps are in the right order. And this is where backtracking comes in. Okay. If we were doing this using backtracking, you'd start with x, wouldn't you? Yeah? And what's the first thing you do? You'd times by 3, because it's 3 times x. Okay? So if you're writing it down in the backtracking, the first thing you'd write down was times 3. Next operation you do is take 4. Okay? So here I've abbreviated what we've done in the backtracking. All I've done is the operations. Times 3, take 4. Then remember in backtracking what we do when we backtrack, we do the opposite. Instead of taking 4, we add 4. And we have to do that first. We have to do that first. And then we've got to divide both sides by 3. Okay? So the backtracking, why we did it was to help you get the idea of the order. We must do it in the same order as we would have done in backtracking. We first of all got to add 4 to both sides. Okay? Clear about that? Okay? So what will we do? We write down the equation again. This balances this. And then what we write down is adding 4 to both sides. So write down the same thing. Add 4 to the left-hand side. Add 4 to the right-hand side. Stays balanced. And then we work it out. This side, to take 4 and add 4 is the same as doing nothing. So it's just 3x, isn't it? And the other side is 11 plus 4, which is 15. So there, after one step, we've reduced this to 3x equals 15. And now you can see it's just a one-step equation like you did for homework, right? Okay.
Yes.
We've done this step, add 4. Next step we have to do, like we would have for homework, is to divide both sides by 3. So 3x divided by 3 is going to be balanced by 15 divided by 3. Work it out. The 3's cancel. That's why we divide by 3. And we're just going to get x. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So there is the solution, x equals 5. Let's check it. 3 times 5, 15. Correct? Take 4 is 11. We know we're right.